This is Alex. Alex is in charge of the synthesis process in his company. However, the quality of the process decreased over the last year. As a chemist, engineer and scientist, Alex wants to focus on problem solving. He definitely doesn't want to struggle with complex math. Therefore, he needs a consultant or a software solution that guides him through the entire experimental process, directly analyzes his results, and provides an easily understandable report. The entire procedure should be based on statistical experimental design, short DoE. Alex therefore uses the expert system STAVEX from ICOS Technologies Limited, which gives him the opportunity to design and analyze efficient designs without any special statistical knowledge. The software guides him user-friendly through the entire process of experimental design. With the help of STAVEX, he can analyze his experiments and obtains a report that is easy to understand. The graphical representation of his results yields a deeper insight into his system. All in all, using STAVEX, Alex can minimize the experimental effort and still can reach maximal information about the underlying process. STAVEX leads you through all the three phases of experimental design, from an initial screening over a more detailed modeling of the system to the final optimization. At the beginning, it's not clear which factors really have an impact on the process. If there are many factors, first an initial screening is carried out. The aim of this phase is to eliminate the least important factors. Here, investigating the interactions between the factors is omitted, as this will be too time-consuming. So the information here is necessarily limited. We only get which are the most important factors and the direction of their effects. When the number of factors has been reduced to approximately 4 to 8, the process can be investigated in more detail. Therefore, during the so-called modeling phase, the interactions between the factors are included. However, the main goal is still to eliminate more non-relevant factors, and the indications on the best settings are rather a tendency than definite. In the modeling phase, very often the so-called factorial plans are used, of which even Alex has already heard about. For the final optimization phase, only few factors remain. During optimization, the degree of complexity increases again. The resulting information content is high. As also quadratic effects are included, the software now finds the optimal setting even if it's at the interior of the factor region, which isn't possible in the modeling stage due to mathematical reasons. This final optimization phase is also known as response surface modeling and should of course not be omitted. After that, it only remains to check the validity of the software prediction by performing confirmatory runs at the optimum and perhaps at some worst-case scenarios. Each of the three mentioned phases is structured in the same way. Based on the user input, the design generation and choice takes place. The user performs the suggested experiments and enters the results. Then the user can analyze the results with STAVEX. If necessary, a new cycle is proposed and initialized. As an expert system, STAVEX automatically incorporates the available statistical knowledge to each step. The user input, the design choice, as well as the analysis and interpretation. Designated statistical knowledge is not required from the user. Of course, if you for some reason want to deviate from the suggestions of the software, this is still possible. Experienced DoE users in particular appreciate the flexibility of STAVEX when entering complex real-world situations. Alex is happy that with the help of STAVEX he can generate efficient designs and get maximum information on his process while reducing the amount of experimental effort. As you've seen, STAVEX makes statistical design and analysis of experiments simple to use. If you'd like to have more information about the expert system STAVEX, about statistics in general or about the trainings we offer, please visit our website icos.com.